have today Torah. That's a digest of Torah articles about dinim. Let's take a look at it right now. Lelxam Mishnah, צריך, כביצה. When one has to have two chalos, when one is making a motzi for Kiddush, for Friday night or Shabbos in the morning, one has the lechem Mishnah has to be like a beya, like an egg's worth of dough. Davar zeh beir Rabbeinu Hagadol Hagro ztzal, the Rabbeinu Hagadol the Gro, the Gaon Rabbi Eliyahu, the Vilna Gaon ztzal said b'beiru b'nistar the Rabbi the Reish Ayin Mem B'Yalkutim Besof in different digests. Likutim means they got it together, gathered together. Divrei Torah Besof the Isa Shem Ihu Kebeya L'chol Chada V'Chada. The Ihu the Easter Shem, it says over there, Ihu bebeya lechol chada v'chada, tzarich lomer lechol kikar v'kikar. In other words, you have to have a beya, an egg's worth of dough in each one of them, in each one. Lechol kikar v'kikar. In other words, one has two chalos, so each one has to have a beya of dough, b'chulam. Zec'el Omer, this means to say, צריך לבצוע משניהם. So Zec'el Omer, this means to say, צריך לבצוע משניהם, that one has to make a hamotzi or break off a piece משניהם from each one of them. ולשיטתו צריך שיעור beya shemasbiya davka. And according to his shita, according to his reasoning, tzarich shiur, you have to have this measurement, beya, tzarich shiur beya, shemasbiya davka, which a beya's worth of the dough is what makes one satisfied. Ove shadach, maybe ove, that's a certain flourish. Ove shin daled ches, maybe mekilin afilu bekikar pachos mikizayis. Mekilin, so they're less stringent. They're more mekil. Mekil is more permitting, that it doesn't have to be like a beya, but afilu bekikar pachos mikizayis. Even with a kikar, with a piece of bread, which is less than an olive's worth. V'das Rabbeinu Zec'el, according to the Vilna Gaon, according to his das, his knowledge, his Zec'el, shetzarich kebeya. He says you need kebeya like an egg's worth, an egg's bulk worth of the challah. V'devarov Me'irim, his words are illuminating. Rak nira pasha chagam l'didea ain't tzarich l'tom mikol chada shir kebeya. Rak nira, but it's nira. We see pashut. It's simple to know. Shagam l'didea, according to this, ain't tzarich l'tom mikol chada shir kebeya, that you don't have to taste, you don't have to have from each one of the chalas a shir, the amount kebeya of an egg's worth. Rak b'chada habotzea ochel kezayis. Rak b'chada habotzea ochel kezayis u'mi'idcha toim afilu mashahu. Except from one, this is according to the Vilna Gaon, Meichada from one habotzea ochel kazayis, the one that's slicing the bread. That's that ochel kazayis. He eats a kazayis, like an olive's worth, which is less than a beya. Umeidcha, and from the other toim afilu mashu, and from the other challah one can taste even afilu mashu, anything, what it is, any small amount. It doesn't have to be even a kazayis. Umehai taima, from this reason, Ra'a shal Rabbeinu Hagro Zatzal yesh limnoa lekayim mitzvahs lechem mishnah al shtei matzos al shtei matzos michuna imrak efsher al shtei matzos michuna imrak efsher shashir kebeya hainu meya gram. So, according to the Rabbeinu Agro, Zatzal, yesh limnoa, we have to yesh limnoa lekayim mitzvahs lechem mishnah al shtei matzos mechuna imrak efsher. You have to, so one can be mekayim on 2 matzos, which are prepared imrak efsher, if it's possible. Shashir kebeya hainu meya gram, because a shear of a egg's worth of the challah or the matzah is meya gram, 100 grams. L'das gedolei ha'achronim, according to Shahayom, according to the gedolim of the achronim, of the later mefarshim. Shahayom hashir kofel nish shenis katenu habeim. Shayom hashir kafel. Shayom hashir kafel. These days, the shir, the amount of a beya is kafel, is doubled. Shenis katenu habeim, because the eggs, the amounts of an egg, it became smaller. The eggs became smaller. Ve'ein b'matzah shalonu ela shloshim gram, and the matzah and our matzos are only 30 grams. Abol zeh tos sheshiurei Torah einam kefi mishkol rak kefi mida. This is a toast. This is a mistake. Sheshuri Torah, the measurements of the Torah, einam kefi mishkol, they're not according to the weight. Rak kefi mida. They're only according to the mida is the measurement. V'shiyurei gram heim b'mayim. Avol b'matzah tzoloi b'nafach. And when it says shiurei gram, the measurement in the gram, hein b'mayim, that's a measurement for water. Avol b'matzah toloi b'nafeach. But with the matzah, it's b'nafeach. That we have to b'yadras Hashem, b'linadar, to check that what nafeach means. But it might mean a dry measurement. In other words, by matzah, it's a dry measurement, like flour. In other words, b'nafeach. The matzah itself is not water, but it's a dry thing. U'behaggadah shel Pesach, in the Haggadah of the Passover for Haggadah, moadim, bizmanim. That's a certain Haggadah shel Pesach. Ha'olenu the shir kazayis shaloshim gram. Ha'olenu, it's on us. The shir kazayis shaloshim gram. The measurement of the kazayis is 30 grams. V'yechmarnu b'zeh ma'od mifnei chavibos mitzvas aseh de matzah. And we went stringent on this more than 30 gram, more than 30 gram, a lot more, because mitzvahs asay the matzah. We are, because of the love we hold beloved, the mitzvahs asay, the positive mitzvah of eating matzah on Pesach. Abel lemaaseh nira shegam l'shir couple sagay li matzah be-esrim gram. Abel lemaaseh, but in practical way of doing things, when we're practically doing the mitzvah, nira, we can see shegam l'shir couple, even if we double the shear, sagay le matzah be-esrim gram. It's enough for a matzah with 20 grams. Rak yesh poskim shehashiur toloi kafi kemach hechemarnu k'ner lanu. Rak, however, yesh poskim, there are certain halachic poskim, they make a psak halacha, they make a decision on the halachos, the rabbis, shehashiur toloi kafi kemach hechemarnu k'ner lanu, that since the measurement is reliant, it's like kemach, like, in other words, when it says 30 grams, it's like 30 grams of flour. Hechemarnu, that we made it more stringent, to make it bigger, not 20 grams, but 30 grams. According to this, b'matzah, if it has to be like a beya, that means it's like a large, one has to consume the midah, the measurement, like an egg, which is a large amount. B'matzah צריך mashkil 40 gram. So in a matzah we need the weight of 40 grams. In other words, 2 matzos, let's say 20 grams each, or maybe one. Well, we're doing 2. So it has to be 2, because one needs lechem, shtei lechem, 2 pieces of matzah, or 2 pieces of bread. V'ein hayshir b'matzos mechuna shalanu kan. V'ein hayshir b'mitzvos mekavena mechuna shalanu kan. And this measurement of the matzos mechuna is not referring to what we have now. V'shaper hava'anu lo l'kayim b'hu mitzvos lachem Mishnah im efshar bi'acher. V'shaper hava'anu. We brought this lo l'kayim b'hu mitzvos lachem Mishnah. Hivanu lo l'kayim b'hu. Not, we didn't bring it to be mekayim the mitzvah of lechem Mishnah im efshar bi'acher, if we can do it. In other words, I think what he's saying is it should be more than 20, but it should be at least 30. We're not talking about being mekayim of the mitzvah of lechem Mishnah, but of eating matzah. Maybe that's what he means. Im efshar bi'acher. Omnam re'ei zeh davar pela. This is a wondrous thing. It's something that's it's like a remarkable thing. Shekol zeh b'matzah. That this is all with a matzah. Aval b'chalos sagi afilo l'shiur kebeya b'mashkal muat. We're talking over here only in the matzah, about matzah. But with regular chalos of chametz, regular chalos that we have, the other 51 weeks of the year. Abba b'chalos sagi afilo the shiur kebeya b'mishkal muat. It's enough, even with a smaller measurement. It's a smaller. It doesn't have to be so many grams. Uv'miyuchad kishehem tariyim, and specifically when it's pure, so it can be done tariyim. Tari, I think, is pure. So when they're pure. So it can be a smaller amount. It doesn't have to be. When it's matzah, we need a larger amount. Yafilu b'lachmanios yesh kvar shiur kebeya b'rebach. Yafilu b'lachmanios, even with the small rolls that we have, yesh kikar shiur, there is a kikar shiur, a measurement for the roll, kebeya b'rebach, like a larger. Sefer birur halacha. It's in the Sefer birur halacha. Maybe menisyonos she'oso davar pele. That's she'oso davar pele. Menisyonos. Testing, she'osa davar pele. Maybe testing the different measurements, she'osa davar pele. He did something, a remarkable thing. Sheha hefresh bein mida lemishkal bepas klape mayim pi shisha. Sheha hefresh bein mida lemishkal bepas, that the difference is between mida lemishkal bepas, between if let's say one is doing it according to size, let's say the size of a matzah, or to the weight of the matzah, or the size of the roll, according to, or as opposed to the weight of the roll, the pas in bread, klape mayim pi shisha. It's klape mayim versus water. Pi shisha. It's like either a sixth or 6 times. We has to be looked into. So in other words, there's a difference between mayim, midah, the measurement, and the mishkal, and the weight. Pi shisha. V'imkein bepas yesh kvar. V'imkein, therefore, bepas yesh kvar shiur kebeya b'sheish esrei gram. So therefore, bepas, in bread, yesh kvar shiur, there is a measurement of that's enough for shiur that one can be yotze. The hamotzi lechem min haaretz, making hamotzi with kebeya b'sheish esrei gram. A beya, an egg's worth, b'sheish esrei gram, with 16 grams. V'shaper yecholim lotzeis b'rebach b'lachmanios haketanos. V'shaper yecholim, and one can be yotze b'rebach b'lachmanios haketanos. That's 16 grams. And one can be yotze, one can fulfill the mitzvah of eating hamotzi, lechem and haaretz, eating the challah, when one makes kiddush on Friday night and Shabbos in the afternoon, berebach belachmanios haketanos, in the small lachmanios, the small rolls. We have other things that can be looked into. In a place where it's shetoloi b'seuda, where it depends on the suda shemasbia. That is, one is being walks away full and satiated, Efshar the lo toloi ben nefech. So then it's possible it doesn't have to be ben nefech. She'enu masbiyo elo kefi hachomer gufo. She'enu masbiyo elo kefi hachomer gufo. ולכן אפילו לברכה אחרונה למזונות צריך שיר גדול בלהכיחה. וכן המרן הגאון, the brisker Gaon, זצ'ל, החמיר, was that tuba. He was very machmir, very strict. Became Eitel Hadmor Hatzadik Mibelz Zatzal Reisi Sheichmir B'Shiurim Tuba. That he says that you have to have a larger shiur kefi kemach, kefi like flour. B'zeh das Gaonei Svards Shatolei B'Matzah B'Lachem Hashir kefi Mishkol. And this is also the das of the Gaonei Sfarad, the Gaonim of Sfarad of Spain, Spanish, Shetolei b'matzah, it depends on matzah, b'lechem, and bread, hashir kefi mishkol, the shir according to the weight. Okay. So, this is not the last paragraph. We're not 100% clear on. It has to be looked over a little bit. Anyway, we can. Here's the mikol makom. Nevertheless, in all cases, belachmanios lelexem mishnah. Bilachmanius lechem mishnah for small rolls for lechem mishnah, having two small rolls to fulfill the mitzvah of having two chalos. Yesh letzaded lehakel. One can be more permitting. In other words, it doesn't have to be so much of a shear, so much of an amount. Sheyesh bo gam shiur kibbeya. Yesh letzadid lahakel sheyesh bo gam shir kibbeya, that it has the sheyesh bo gam shir kibbeya,